Hey, are you looking for an up-to-date perspective on what the United States Army basic training is like? Well, look no more. Today we'll be covering why I joined, how to prepare, what the training consists of, PT, and much more. Stay tuned for the video. I am Second Lieutenant Charles. I joined the Army as an 09 Sierra college option, meaning I went directly from my university, Florida A&M University, into the process of becoming an Army officer. Today I will share a few insights from my basic training experience in order to provide up-to-date information on joining the Army. The turnaround time from talking to my recruiter to leaving for basic training was 7 months. I went from February to August 29th of 2023. For the record, I do not represent the DoD, I am simply sharing my experience on this platform. I joined the Army primarily to grow as a leader and for schooling. I am attending medical school in exactly 2 to 3 years from now. That said, I will be in for a good amount of time. Let's talk about preparing for basic training. The Army has implemented a new physical training test, the ACFT, the Army Combat Fitness Test. My score currently, as of this morning, is a 570. I am no expert on the matter. I did not max and get a 600. However, I know a little bit to pass and get a good, decent score on the ACFT. In preparation for basic training, I took up a 5K training plan through the Nike Run Club app, which served me extremely well. The program helped me develop my endurance, flexibility, and speed in preparation for basic. I also did lots of weight training consisting of bench press, deadlifts, squats. My personal motto is to stay ready so you won't have to get ready. Now, after preparation, what's next? So you'll have in-processing. In-processing takes place at MEPS. For me, it was the MEPS in Jacksonville, Florida, where I reported the day prior to shipping to basic training. I stayed at a hotel a couple blocks from the facility and shipped to the facility that morning of the 29th. I recall it being a Monday. My hotel at MEPS was pretty nice, but the food was kind of bust, meaning it wasn't that good. In my opinion, you do have the option of leaving to go get food or ordering food in. You are allotted a certain amount of times before lights out. Leaving from MEPS to basic training as a whole was a chill experience. It was a 3 to 4 hour drive from Jacksonville to Fort Jackson, South Carolina. We stopped once to use the bathroom and another time to eat, paid for by the Army. Now, just a few things on training. I will make a thorough video in the future regarding the basic training curriculum. For now, a few things you will do are rucks, PT, physical training from Monday through Friday, which will last about an hour and a half, and of course training throughout the day, get smoked, as well as weapons qualifications. So, during training, you will get your hands on a weapon. You will practice assembling and disassembling the weapon. I promise you, your proficiency on the weapon will progress throughout your training. Now, prior to joining, I had never shot a weapon before. Now I can confidently shoot thanks to the training that I've gone through. So, I promise you, one thing about the Army, you will get to the run phase. There's a 3-phase process to training: the crawl, the walk, and the run phase. They will take you step by step through each step. So relax, if you've never shot a weapon before, like myself, you will be just fine. Now rucks, you will go on nice leisure walks through the forest with beautiful sights and a weighted backpack. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get there. Just one thing to remember: this is the Army. We are a ground force, which means boots on the ground. How we travel is the ground. So you gotta get used to boots being on the ground with weight on your back. One thing I can share with you regarding rucks are to take care of your feet as well as stretch. Stretch your hips primarily because you'll have a lot of weight on your body and you will have stress everywhere. It's alright, it'll only make you grow and get better. In my opinion, the physical training at basic was well-rounded. It consisted of running, weight training, body weight training at that, and of course, ACFT prep. But your performance directly correlates to how you prepared prior to going to basic training. Now, I would highly encourage you once again to start preparing now, whether you're watching this 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years before leaving for that day. Be ready, stay ready so you do not have to get ready. My overall favorite part of basic was getting to meet people from Florida all the way to Alaska. of course myself being from Florida, and we had international people from Africa as well as Puerto Rico. That was just awesome. Getting to experience different cultures and backgrounds and getting to relate and seeing how me and someone from Alaska can agree and relate on the same things. Out processing, or better yet, preparation for leaving to the next training. For most, it is AIT. For myself and some of you who are college option joining the Army for the first time, it will be Officer Candidate School at Fort Benning, Georgia. Out processing consists of weapons maintenance, CIF gear turn-in, and graduation rehearsals. Now, you will spend a good week and a half to 2 weeks cleaning weapons. I watched a lot of people almost get recycled, meaning starting the entire journey process over again because they got too comfortable trying to get comfortable with the girls, doing whatever they got to do. You're there for 2 to 3 months. You have 2 weeks left. Do not waste 2 months for just 2 weeks of smiling and giggling and doing nothing. It's not worth it. I don't recall much of the process for going from basic training to AIT, but what I do remember, of course, is the process for going from your basic training site to Officer Candidate School. From Fort Jackson to Fort Benning, I had 2 to 3 days of travel. I got to stop in Atlanta and spend a few days with my family and explore just a little bit before I had to report to Fort Benning and start my next training. Though I did not answer every possible questions that you may have, feel free to leave a comment below and I will get back to you, or reach out to me directly on my Instagram at SandoOfficial1. It will be in the description below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Joining the Army is an experience I would recommend for any and everyone. It is an experience that will stretch you, it will challenge you, and you will grow. Alright, so check it out. Here I have 2 coins that I received from my leadership. I've been fortunate enough to have amazing examples of what leadership is supposed to look like from basic training as well as Officer Candidate School. This coin right here is the battalion coin from Delta 239 in Fort Jackson. Here it is, just for your clear view. This coin meant a lot to me. In just 2 to 3 months, my drill sergeants saw out the 09 Sierras that were in the ranks and put them in leadership positions and threw many challenges at us. And out of 3 platoons, I believe only 3 or 4 of us in the entire company received the coin. So yeah, I just wanted to show this to you. So I will say, basic training can either be basic training or you can be yourself, do your best so that you get the best result out of it. Now, I will not receive any special perks for having this coin, but it will always serve as the start of my Army career. Now, this coin here is from Officer Candidate School, as you can see. I received this from the battalion commander himself. I believe it was at our last social event of the cycle. More to follow on how I got this coin and why in my follow-on video talking about Officer Candidate School and the experience I had there.